Hey there, happy Thursday, Guardians. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we will be talking about expansions and DLC. A lot of people get very confused, rightly so, when coming to Destiny for the first time or returning to Destiny after many years. What am I supposed to buy? Why are there so many options? Why is it so confusing? So, I'm going to break this down for everyone. Super easy, super simple. We're going to be using Steam as the example, and fingers crossed, I'm hoping console is extremely similar. But if it's not, if some console gamers would let me know in the comments, that way I can update and have a different video for them. So let's go to Steam here. All right, so we're on Steam. So I just typed in Destiny 2. So I'm gonna find Destiny 2. Okay, so content for the game. This is where you want to look. So we're gonna start at the bottom. Okay, I don't care about the email bundle. I don't care about the silver bundle. Silver is just the in-game currency. Don't care about these two. So we're going to start with Forsaken. So recap on Forsaken. Forsaken was one of the most important expansions for Destiny 2. It really revitalized the game after a stale couple, or actually about a year and a half. So Forsaken came out in 2018, and it was when Bungie was still with Activision, and they just had so much content. They were pumping out so much stuff. So Forsaken is normally looked upon extremely highly. As you can see, the reviews don't reflect that, but that's not because of the actual content. That's because of the purchase model and content that Bungie allows you to buy. It's very confusing, but if you look down here, they also describe what's in the Forsaken pack, but this is kind of misleading. So what you get if you purchase this Forsaken pack, you get 3 Forsaken exotics, which I'm going to show you right here. So while this is loading, I'm going to take you guys to the tower. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I really want to make sure you guys understand what you're buying before you buy it. So you get 3 Forsaken exotics. You get the Shattered Throat Dungeon. You get the Last Wish Raid. You do not get the campaign. So the Forsaken campaign is actually not available anymore. However, and let's see if it's still here. We go destinations. Dreamy City is the destination for Forsaken, but you don't need the Forsaken pack to do this. Yeah. So free players should be able to play this. This is the Awakening mission. This is the first mission for the Forsaken campaign. So again, super confusing. You can play this mission for free. However, there is no free or paid option because to play the rest of the campaign, because the rest of the campaign is not available. So while that's loading, so yeah, Last Wish Raid is the big one, and then the Scattered Throne Dungeon. And if we look here, I will show you guys what I'm talking about with the exotics. So I have talked about this in the tower tour video, but this Monument, the Lost Light, this is where you can access exotics for purchase that are from previous expansions. So if we find year 2, so year 2 is Forsaken. So this gives you access to all of these. And if you buy the Forsaken pack on Steam or whatever console you're on, then you get 3 of these for free. That's all that's telling you. Now, price-wise, this is currently $2.99 on sale from $19.99. $2.99 as of July 11th. That's US dollars. So these do go on sale extremely frequently, especially now that Final Shape is out. Like they heavily drop these prices. So this is nothing. So for $3, you're getting a raid and a dungeon, 3 free exotics. For that price, it is worth it. Now for the normal price, that's a different discussion. I would, and I'll talk about this later as we keep going, but I would wait for these to drop like it is now because they drop frequently. So moving on. So after Forsaken in 2018, the Shadowkeep expansion released. So Shadowkeep was released in 2019. It was the expansion on the moon. So this was the planet with Shadowkeep. This destination is available for free. However, the things you get with the Shadowkeep pack are you get access to, again, the exotics. You don't get 3 free ones though, so that's different. So you will have access to buy these, but you still have to purchase them. So for example, I haven't purchased this, so these cost exotic ciphers and glimmer normally. Some of them cost more, like raid spoils, none of these have raid spoils in them. But for example, year 2, like this was a raid spoil because this was from a raid, so it cost spoils of conquest. Anarchy, same thing. So I'm not sure, but for example, if you bought the Forsaken pack, if you can choose Anarchy, that'd be great because then you don't have to spend spoils. I don't know if you can do that, but that'd be obviously well worth it. Same thing here with the price, $2.99. Same reasoning. This is a steal for $2.99. You're getting the Garden of Salvation raid. You're also getting the Pit of Heresy dungeon, and then you're also getting the Scarlet Keep Nightfall. So for $2.99, that is absolutely a steal. For 20 bucks, not so much. I would again wait for this to go on sale like it is right now. So moving on, we have the Beyond Light pack. So this is actually when I started playing. Beyond Light came out late 2020. It was caught up with a bunch of developmental issues for COVID. A lot of the devs have to work from home, but they figured it out. It also introduced the stasis subclass. So again, they're not really offering a lot of explanation in this about this content. So I'm gonna break it down for you. So same thing, you get access to the exotics, which again doesn't purchase them, but you can access them. So in the Monument to Lost Light here in the tower, so Beyond Light, so these 5 exotics. So you're able to purchase these for those materials, the Exotic Cipher and Glimmer, if you buy the Beyond Light pack. This also gives you access to Europa as a location. Or excuse me, this does not. So you should have access to Europa regardless, because Beyond Light is free to all players, the campaign, and I clicked on the wrong planet. So Europa is from Beyond Light. This is the snowy ice planet. So the campaign, you can't see it on the map because I already did it, but you do not have to purchase the Beyond Light pack, which is currently available for, again, $2.99, because the Beyond Light campaign is free to all players, which is very important because that's how you get stasis. The only way to get stasis is by doing that campaign, following the steps, talking to the vendors, like Exo Stranger down here. So the stasis subclass up here, the way to unlock this is doing that campaign, right? And then you got to do a bunch of stuff. And it used to be way worse to unlock it, but they made it a little easier, which is nice. But yeah, same argument, $2.99. If you can get it on sale like this, grab it. It's a steal. If you're starting out or returning, absolutely grab it. You're getting the Deepstone Crypt raid as well, and the Glassway and Proving Grounds Nightfalls, which again, $3 is a steal. Deepstone Crypt is probably my favorite raid. I've done that raid the most out of any of the raids. I've sharpened that raid so many times, and it's a fantastic raid to start out with. So if you're looking to get into raiding, you're like, hey, I've never raided before, this is the raid to start out with. All right, so moving on, we have the 30th anniversary pack. So go back here, 30th anniversary pack, moving up the list. So this is available right now for $374. And again, these reviews, a lot of the Steam reviews, and I don't know if it works the same on console because I'm not sure if you can type in-depth reviews, but a lot of the Steam reviews get review bombed frequently for Destiny content. It's not because of the content per se. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not because of the content. It's because of the way that Bungie prices their items or sells items that were previously free. So for example, the 30th anniversary was actually a free DLC. So they put this in between Beyond Light and Witch Queen because they delayed Witch Queen, and they basically developed this 30th anniversary pack, which the whole thing of this is it's Bungie's 30th anniversary, released in late 2021. This was to kind of celebrate Bungie as a company, and this was released from free, yet they're still trying to charge for it, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Oh, you know what? Actually, don't quote me on that. Now that I'm thinking, I'm actually not 100% that this is free or not when it was released, so that might be a mistake on my part. But regardless, you can get it here. Super cheap. If you can get it on sale, great deal. So you're going to get, the main things here are the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, which is a cute little dungeon in the Cosmodrome, which I will show you right here. Cosmodrome, where's Grasp of Avarice at? Somewhere around here. There it is. It's a cool dungeon. It's got a bunch of traps, a bunch of hidden stuff. You also get the Galahorn. So if you remember the Galahorn, famous weapon from Destiny 1 days, it was just legendary, right? And they brought it back for Destiny 2 here. You also get a bunch of new weapons. You get to play the Dares of Eternity, which it says it's free here. I'm not sure if it's free or if you need to buy the pack, but you might be able to play Dares. But then that would lock you out of the weapons, so that part doesn't really make sense to me. but Dares of Eternity is a fun mode. So Eternity is this destination over here. 3 things here. So this is where your vendor's at. So there's Treasure Hold. Here's a dungeon, Grasp of Avarice. You can find it here or on the Cosmodrome. And then Dares of Eternity, it's a 1 to 6 match made activity. You do a bunch of stuff. There's a horse. Gotta do it for the horse. Turn the dialogue on. The dialogue's really funny. It's a fun little activity. But yeah, again, same argument. Not for 25 bucks. Heck no. Do not buy any of these. More than 20 bucks each. It is a ripoff. Wait for them to go on sale. I promise you, be patient. They will go on sale. Okay, and that's that one. You also get an armor set in here too. All right, moving on. So we have Witch Queen. So the Witch Queen, if you can buy this right now, buy it. Absolutely, just buy it. This is probably the only one of the older expansions that actually would be worth the full price. Although $29.99 is pretty steep, a steep ask. But yeah, right now, and they go on sale. This is an absolute steal for $6. It is ridiculous that this is being sold for $6. So this has, in my opinion, the best campaign in the game. The Witch Queen campaign is phenomenal. It also has the Throne World destination, which you can see here. So this is the Throne World, and it also comes with the Enclave destination, which is how you craft weapons. And I have a weapon crafting guide video up on my channel, but you need to do the first couple missions of the Witch Queen campaign in order to craft weapons. So keep that in mind. If you're looking to craft weapons, then you need to prioritize the Witch Queen campaign. It also comes, it does not come with this. We'll talk about that in a second. But it comes with all these activities for Witch Queen. It comes with the Vow of the Disciple raid, which is one of my favorite raids. It is a more challenging raid than Deepstone Crypt from Beyond Light, but it is a fantastic raid. It doesn't say it in the Steam page, but it should come with this as a Nightfall, the Lightblade, as well as Birthplace of the Vile, just based on consistency. Even though it doesn't list that here, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's just not worded or left off. But yeah, Witch Queen, fantastic. All right, moving on to, and Witch Queen came out, when did Witch Queen come out? It was 2022. Yeah, 2022. Trying to create a little bit of a timeline for you guys. So next we have the Lightfall. All right, so this so this is the example of when pricing and poor quality content mixes together. So Lightfall is by far the worst received expansion that Destiny has had. Lightfall, the too long didn't read story of Lightfall is Bungie was delaying the final shape, and they basically took a bunch of stuff that was originally going to be on the final shape, which was this last expansion, right? Which was going to be like the penultimate expansion, and they took a lot of stuff from final shape and they made Lightfall to kind of fill the gaps, right? So this came out in early 2023. It was blasted for its lackluster campaign, which I actually agree with. I tend to be more on the positive side, but the Lightfall campaign is not very good. The writing is pretty weak. Still though, for 10 bucks, you do get a lot of content, right? So the campaign, the gameplay is fun. Like the gameplay is fantastic, and that's the one constant here, right? I just didn't like the writing, but that's pretty subjective. If you don't really care about that stuff or the story or the lore, that's not going to bother you. It is fun gameplay. You also get the Strand subclass. So Strand is the green. So Strand subclass, right? So you get this unlocked when you buy Lightfall. And then you get that destination, which I will show you. So you get this one, Neptune, Yamuna. So you get this whole destination. And you should also get the Hypernet Current as in Nightfall. Again, if it's been consistent, but we're not sure if the wording is correct there. You also get the Root of Nightmare raids. This one is right up there with Deepstone Crypt as super easy, beginner friendly if you're looking to get into raiding. So the 2 raids, Root of Nightmares, Deepstone Crypt, on the easier side, less complex. And overall, again, for 10 bucks, these are all steal. If you get these all at this price, like I'm pretty sure, what does this add up to? Like, so this is 3, 6, 9, plus 4, that's 13, plus 6, that's 19, plus 10, that's like 29 bucks. You get like 5 years of content for 29 bucks. That is absolutely steal considering the base game is free, and then you can decide later if you want to get the final shape. or you can wait on these. You can buy them individually. Like it doesn't really matter. Like if you're not going to do the raids, then use that as part of your decision making process, right? Because the bulk of these are the raids and the dungeon for Beyond Light, Shadowkeep, and Forsaken. So if you're not a raider and you're not a dungeon guy or girl, then that is definitely going to influence your decision here. I think the weapons alone would probably be worth $3, but if you're running low on cash, then don't even worry about it. So the Legacy Collection is everything I previously just said. However, this does not drop in price. So this is literally just what I just listed off. You have Lifehall Standard Edition. See all these Standard Editions for Second Pack, Shadowkeep Pack, 30th Anniversary Pack, these dungeons, right? So this I'm going to talk about right now. So first of all, this is $70. I do not think this is worth $70. This is old content. A lot of this content is already available for free and it goes on sale frequently. So I would not purchase this unless you're just dying to blow through money. But my opinion, I would wait for them to each go on sale individually. Now, this is the big thing that people in the Destiny community don't like. So the dungeon keys for Lightfall, so that's the one with the story I was telling you about, and then the Witch Queen, the one with the good story. So the two most recent ones besides the Final Shape, they're sold separately. They're not on Steam. And I would venture to say they're also not on console as well. I'm pretty sure you buy them in game, which is a bit scummy, to be honest. So keep that in mind to play these dungeons, like the Spire of the Watcher, I believe was the Witch Queen dungeon. So you need a key for this, and it'll probably tell you to buy it if you click on it if you don't have it. And then the other one is Ghost of the Deep, which, oh god, am I going to be able to even find this one? Warlord's Ruin, that's another one. That's for one of those. I believe that's from Lightfall. Yeah, Warlord's Ruin. Ghost of the Deep is... Sorry, I'm bad at finding stuff. Oh, you know what? I think it's in the EDZ actually. No, I'm lying. I don't know where it is. There's another dungeon called Ghost of the Deep. It's somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. We found it. Cool. All right, so it's in the Legends tab for some reason. I don't know why it's in the Legends tab. This is a brand new dungeon. That's weird, but okay. But yeah, keep that in mind. Some of the dungeons, so the two for Lifefall and Witch Queen, you gotta buy a key for, which is pretty whack. Now, Final Shape. So this is the most recent expansion. So this is the base edition. It just says Destiny 2, the Final Shape. Keep in mind what the title says, because that is going to describe what you're getting, right? So what you're getting with this, you're getting the Pale Heart location, you're getting the Prismatic subclass, you're getting the Final Shape campaign, the new Salvation's Edge raid, you're getting new supers for the light subclasses, and a first time purchase grants access to current episode that is active. So currently, as of July 11th, 2024, episode 1. So if you buy this base edition, you will get the current episode, which, as I've explained in other videos, the episodes are just the season. So the season episode, same thing. So you get the first episode. There's going to be 3. So you get a lot. You get a ton of new weapons, ton of new armor. The Pale Heart location alone is so much content. There's so much to do here. You could spend 50 hours unlocking stuff here and probably have a good time, because the campaign in the Final Shape, absolutely phenomenal, fantastic campaign. I put it right up there with Witch Queen. I probably like it maybe a little more than Witch Queen. You also get the raid, which if you're a new player might turn some people off. And yeah, I love how we have to scroll for like a mile to get over here. But this raid is challenging. This is a very difficult raid. This is not for beginners. I would not recommend your first time raid being this raid, especially if you don't have a clan and you have to find like a fire team finder or like an LFG, like a looking for game service. Like this is a hard one. You also get this mission, which I'm not going to spoil. But yeah, a lot of content for the Pale Heart. Same thing, you get the campaign, you can replay it. You get a lot of stuff here. And then the Prismatic subclass. So that's also unlocked. So Prismatic, as I've talked about a little bit before, is it basically took all of the subclasses. So like all of them, like all 5 of them. So your 3 light ones, your Arc, Void, and Solar, and then your 2 darkness ones, your Stasis and Strand. And I mixed them all together. And you got a bunch of stuff. You also got the new super. So this is one new super. This is the Hunter new super, Storm's Edge. And Prismatic, you can mix and match. It's super cool. Prismatic has been very well received. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. You can also get exotic class items. And what these do are they're unfortunately random rolls, but they have 2 exotic perks on them. And these are from exotic armors of other classes. So for example, Spirit of Syntheseps, this is a Titan exotic, and Spirit of Renewal, that's a Hunter exotic. But some of them are mixed and matched from like different classes, right? So you can get like Warlock stuff on here. And you can only equip these exotic class items with Prismatic, which you need Final Shape for. So good deal there. It's currently $37. It goes for $49, which in my opinion 100% is worth it. There's so much content there and it's great. It's like quality content. So if you get the annual pass, so the main differences are you get everything for the Final Shape base, but you also get the dungeon key, which I believe there should be 2 future dungeons released in Final Shape. They're not out yet. You also get a callus and ornament for the Tessellation exotic fusion rifle. You get some stash, which is like some items. You get a sparrow. And then instead of the current episode, you get all 3 episodes. So regardless if you buy this later on, like say episode 3 comes out in like a few months, you buy this, you'll get all 3 episodes, which is cool. But again, if you're starting out, definitely look at this video, see what you need. Ask me in the comments, like if you're confused, like we can break it down even further to see what's right for you, right? Because you want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck, and you also want to make sure that you're buying stuff that is useful, that you're actually going to be playing, right? If you're only going to be playing Destiny 2 like a few hours a week, if even that, I wouldn't recommend like buying everything here. Like don't buy the annual pass, you don't need to do that. It's just not worth it. But if you can find these on sale, this is so much content. And just because it's older, that doesn't mean it's bad. So just keep all this in mind when you're making your purchase decisions. And I think you guys can make a really smart decision. Hopefully this helped a little bit. I know this is really confusing, and I apologize if console information is way different and I didn't help you guys out. If that is the case, just let me know, and then I can figure something out with console and we can get a console guide. But yeah, that is the expansion and DLC purchase guide. I wish you guys luck in your purchase. Make sure you get everything on sale. I hope this helps. See you later.